get is that it's a reasonable sort of size radio, 48, and a whole 19 pence for shipping. So this is what we get. It is tiny, 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 and I'm still smiling now. To give you an idea how small it is, this is a typical size mug. Oh. And you can see the tiny, tiny, tiny little speaker there. So all in all, not an awful lot. Hello and welcome to another Wobbly Camera Guide video. If you've got my video and I did a recent review on this 13 band radio I actually got from AliExpress, you'd find out there's actually quite a decent quality one, and I mentioned that I'd also perhaps have a look at a couple of more radios from AliExpress at their cheaper end, shall we say, and see if they're actually any good. So what I've done, I have ordered this AM FM radio from AliExpress. This is a screenshot I took the other day. It's got a list price of £4.62 and shipping £2.24. I didn't pay that, just to sort of show you that prices do vary from different sort of trading companies are on there. I actually paid a total of £3.48 and 19 pence shipping fee to get all the way from China to the UK, which is a bit of a bargain. So £3.67 in total. As I say, it's an AM FM radio. It's got a brief description and I'll quickly take you through it. And it's a bit of a translation between Chinese and English, so some of it's a little bit humorous. It's got features, it's got adjustable antenna. So the FM radio's antenna can be freely adjusted. The angel according to practical situation. The FM radio with a wristband is only 3.77 by 2.28 by 0.9 inches, which is compact and lightweight and is convenient to carry out. It says the FM radio with classic silver colour is fashionable and has beautiful appearance. You get the idea. These translations are quite good if you sort of spend a few minutes going through them. But what have we got? We've got an AM and FM radio. The FM coverage, I should say, and get my words in gear today, is 88 to 108 megahertz, with an AM coverage of 530 to 1600 kilohertz. So basic AM and FM coverage. And the impression that you get looking at it, if I can find the right sheet, is that it is of a reasonable sort of size, judging by the hand that you've got in there. And I was expecting something around about that sort of size. Well, this is the package as it came. And this is our little radio. It is a BC-R21. And I smiled when I got it, and I'm still smiling now at how small it is. Let's take it out. It survived its journey all the way from China to here. And this is what you actually sort of get. You get a little AM FM radio, this little aerial, and that's it. And give you an idea of size, typical sort of mug as I've got here, you can tell just how small this is. So nevertheless, let's pop some batteries in and see how it sounds. So it takes two AA batteries. I'm going to pop these in and we'll give it a brief whirl. If I can get the cover on. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to switch one of these lights off because it does tend to generate quite a bit of noise on the AM band. So first of all on AM, right, there's a little power light there. I thought for a moment it was actually a tuning light, but in fact it's just a power light.
Sandwiches or vintage t-shirts for every occasion. Square has made it easy to sell any.
Quite directional as you can see. We'll try the FM. I'll put the little aerial up. See what we get. That's paraded there. So actually quite a reasonable performer considering its tiny little size. Interestingly, the volume it goes upwards for going. Get my teeth in gear. You move it upwards to reduce the volume and downwards to increase it, which is completely alien to what you would think it would be. So what I'd like to do now is actually have a look inside it and just see actually what we've got to play with. So I'm going to take it apart. I have done it once before. The simple reason is I wanted to see whether or not it still utilised a ferrite aerial for the AM bend and a proper tuning capacitor. So let's find out. So excuse my hands in the way, but it's the only way I can do this. Hope you guys can see okay. Let's get the tiny little screws out. I'd imagine that batteries will last an awful long time in this. So there we go. Not an awful lot to see on here. Tiny little speaker, and that's why it's sounding quite sort of tinny, because it is such a tiny little thing. But what do you expect? We're not paying much money for it. There's the aerial connection to the back, as you can see here. Proper decent volume control. Say decent as in like it's got a good on-off action. So okay, let's take this board out and see if we can actually have a look inside. So I'm doing some a little bit caggy-handed, so excuse me. Oops. And his screwdriver's bouncing around, so let's get this last little one out. There we go. Make sure we've got all the screws in the safe area. Right. So I think what we need to do also is to just slide off these battery connections. And there's also just the little AM FM switch on the front. If I can get my fingers around it, a little bit fiddly. There you go. So let's take it out if I can without breaking anything. And as you can see, well, I'm hoping you can see it, and I'll do a bit of a photograph of this afterwards so you can see better. But you've got the ferrite core there, and that's a microscopic little ferrite core. There's your little tuning capacitor there. Trying to angle this up so I don't remove the sliding dial pointer there. Tiny little one there, and a tiny little volume. Little capacitor, and I think there's a little coil there for the FM part of the circuit, and a little side jack there also if you want to plug in your headphones. So there you go, very just a brief look. I'll pop a couple of photographs on just so you can get a better idea. I'm actually going to just screw this back together. So say this is just a brief overview, just to see if these things are actually any good. Is it worth sort of spending your money on these little ones, or is it better just to get something with a better performance? And to be honest, it purely depends on what you're after. If you just wanted a radio just to pop in the garden, you didn't mind if it got a bit muddy or knocked about a bit, then this might well be what you're looking for. If you want something that's got a bit more substantial, then to be honest, I would go with that 13 band radio that I showed at the beginning of this video. They are incredibly cheap. As I say, they're different prices, but I paid about £8.50, and its performance is really good. So let's pop this cover back on. Keep moving this out of shot, and I'm trying to keep it in shot. Pop the screws back in, if I can get them in. Hopefully I can, because they are very small. There's the first one. Let's get number 2 on. There you go. I'm going to pop the little selector switch cover on the front. Put the batteries back in, and we'll have another little play. Oops. Does help to put the batteries in backwards. Took the lanyard off in my haste, but not to worry, I'll pop that back on another time. So, oops, battery cover is not the best fit in the world. There we go. So, let's pop it onto FM. not that bad. Stations are quite crowded, so its selectivity leaves a little bit to be desired, but let's try one AM. Bit directional, as you can tell. Oh. There we go. Fading a bit on it for some reason. It's not going to be the best performer, is it? But I think better on FM than it is on AM. Let's see if we can just get something just. Yeah. There we go. It fades in about. It's not the best, and that volume switch still sending me the wrong way. So there we go. It's an Indin BC-R21 from AliExpress for just around the £4 mark, give or take a little bit. Very, very compact. So I'll just give you a bit more of an idea. If I put that to the actual sort of side of a mug there, it'll give its true comparison of its size. Would I buy this? Would I recommend it? If you just want something, just as I say, just to throw in the garden or on the shelf or even in your pocket, if you just want to catch, you know, the cricket or something if you're going somewhere, then yeah, why not? If it's something that you think, oh, I want a radar, I can listen to things while I'm doing, you know, doing jobs and whatnot, want something with a decent sort of performance, I'd maybe perhaps go for something like this, because this gives you so much more bang for your buck, to be honest, and it's a solid construction as well. So anyway, I just thought I'd share this with you. Hope you found this interesting. If you did, then perhaps you give me the thumbs up there. Still trying to grow my channel. Plenty of other videos on radios if you pop across to my channel. Some are the vintage ones, and I've also done one on the 13 band there. I have also got another radio that's coming in from AliExpress, and when it pops in, I'll also sort of do a quick review on that as well. So anyway, I thought I'd share this with you. Hope you liked it. As always, appreciate you watching, and I'll catch up with you soon.